So, I had gotten my license and I really didn't have too much mentorship because I had family all over the place. And I was like, how am I going to start here in this city? Just moved here. I'm really starting on the ground up. And, I just decided, what do I want to focus on? Two things I started focusing on were first time home buyers and probate and trust sales. And I started with, basically I had a situation with my grandmother where, she had passed and it was a whole situation where there was no will. There was no trust in place. And I learned later on, oh my gosh, this could have been a smooth process for the family. We didn't have to go through all this. And then I was able to really personally touch the clients that were in probate because they're going through a difficult time. Several beneficiaries, are dealing with this. Someone's the administrator. And it's also an area that a lot of realtors don't like to touch because it is complicated. You
Yes.
have to be within like 90% of the purchase price. If it's court confirmed, there's different procedures. Sometimes you may need to sell the property in 6 months or 2 years. And you really have to be a tag teaming with the attorney. So it's a really interesting process. And I started in a very hard niche in the beginning, but now it's a very interesting place to be with
Well,
helping people.
yeah, and my mom actually was Margaret was involved in a probate sale for a very good friend of hers, and she got involved with the real estate portion of it, and there is a lot of rules. There is a lot that you have to conform to. There's a lot that you need to understand, but I think the thing that she enjoyed about it was she was able to be compassionate with a family in a time where they needed it. They needed somebody in her case, they needed somebody to make them feel like they really were on her side. They really did understand her situation. Is that something you encounter much?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, with all of these different clients I've worked with and people I've reached out to, it's usually from a very empathic approach. I think it's frustrating for them when you might hear from attorneys from all over the place that could be very salesy. They could be very pushy with some of these people, and I think you have to have a more empathic touch, and it's really about building the relationship. Another thing that I did was write a book on probate and trust home sales. And usually I send that to my clients and I say, hey, please take a look at this, read through this so that you kind of understand the process. And I'm here for you. Even if you don't use me as a realtor, I'm here for you as an advisor if you have questions until you make that call with who you decide to trust. But yeah, it's a different approach. You can't, you have to understand the situation. You have to read through and understand the beneficiaries, understand what's going on, and you really have to work with the family.